you by the goosebumps, goosebumps. Gotta get you by the goosebumps, gotcha. They're gonna get you by the goosebumps, goosebumps. Gotta get you.
Hello and welcome back to Drunken Book Club, an official, unofficial Calvin and Hobbes podcast. I'm your host, Christopher the Tiger Plushie Rupel, joined with...
Oh, snap, I'm next.
No
Usually it's Sam that's next. Noelia,
the new girl.
the new girl.
the
The one not allowed in the treehouse.
There you go.
Hey,
I actually had Sam read that one yesterday because I was like, oh, this is like you, Sam.
I think it's the one you read.
Yeah.
This is Weese, and I am the... Oh god. Okay.
You're a dying snowman.
You know what? No, I am a
Crippled.
horrible snow goon.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good one. I like that.
One of my favorites, honestly.
As someone who doesn't read a lot of Calvin and Hobbes, I do get that one at least, thank gosh.
Yeah.
And today we're talking about Calvin and Hobbes for someone's birthday.
Woo! I am 25.
Someone's got a birthday, I wonder
I'm not
who.
25.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're not 25. And I was going to make a comment. I'm like, wait, there was I think it was one of the Disney Movie Muses episodes I was editing, and you said that something came out, like, oh gosh, what was it? What was the last one we did together? It was Bug's Life.
Bug's Life, yeah.
But we were like talking about something that came out later on, and you're like, yeah, I was in 6th grade. And I was like, wait, that can't be right. I was like a senior in high school. That doesn't make sense, Weese.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, I really wanted to put an editor's note of like, Weese is not that young.
Weese is not that young.
But I was like, nah, it's just funnier that way.
No, it's just my brain telling me, it's like, you're not having a midlife crisis just yet.
You better not.
Get
You're
prepared now.
only 30.
I'm having my quarter life crisis. Oh no.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna live to the ripe old age of 124.
I wish.
Nice.
Me.
I'll be a bender.
Bender bending
Or the
Rodriguez.
Futurama brain.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be a head in a jar.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about Calvin and Hobbes for Weese's birthday.
Yeah.
Because initially, what was the original book you wanted us to read?
Honestly, I had, like, when you first told me, I immediately went towards, what's it called?
It was Sherman Alexie, right?
Yeah, Diary of a Part-Time Indian.
We have that book
I
here.
know
That's
you
the
do.
worst part.
That's why I was like, but I wasn't, like, I was like, I don't want it to be too long.
It would have been, I mean, honestly, our what's it called? We as long as you tell me early enough, 250 is kind of like the cap I would like.
Yeah.
But that one's like, what, 195?
Yeah, it was like 195. But like half, like 10 or 15 of those are like a bunch of other things, snippets.
That is
his
true, yeah.
Interview, whatever.
Which
So,
we could have just cut.
yeah, but no, I decided on Calvin and Hobbes because, like, that's my second favorite literature. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's still literature in my book.
Hey, comics count.
Comics count.
Comics count.
But I've always loved the series since I was, like, in middle school. I remember
You know, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, so if it was middle school for you, that would have been like, what, 2005 you discovered it?
Yeah, 2003?
Like,
2002?
it would have been out of the newspapers for like 10 years at that point.
Yeah.
Do you realize that?
Yeah, that's crazy. What's crazy to think about.
Right?
I don't remember how I ended up, like, liking it, because it was at the...
Book fair?
Yeah, I definitely at the book fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I ended up wanting to buy more.
Maybe you saw... I mean, I feel like Calvin and Hobbes really speaks to that, like, middle schooler kind of feel.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's an age range for Calvin and Hobbes. It's if you find it at the right age at like 6 years old where you're the same age as Calvin,
Yeah.
to that cynical age of teenagehood.
Yeah.
That, like, I feel like because this series definitely has that cynicism to it.
Yeah.
Where it's like almost that anti-establishmentarianism.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. One of my favorite comics is...
That's a $5 word right there.
That is.
One of the... Wait, what?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism, honey.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even think that actually works in this. I just wanted to say it.
Sorry.
It worked.
I'm braining still from work. But anyways, one of my favorite ones, or I think stories, I guess, is he's asking God for it to snow more inches.
Yeah.
And then he just sits
That's just
there.
relatable to us in Arizona.
Yeah, it's totally relatable. But at the same time, he's just, at the end, he says, "Do you want me to be an atheist?" It's like, that, for me as a kid, like a middle school kid, that was hilarious.
But yeah, so that one definitely spoke to you, though?
Yeah, like that one, I will always remember. Like, for some reason, that one just sticks to me. And then a couple of ones that still on my radar is just like the babysitter one.
Oh yeah, the one where she pretty much puts him to bed immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually read that one yesterday because I was kind of like binging this while also doing security training because I'm trying to get my guard license.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I need to get my mind out of like boring stuff and read something fun.
Oh yeah.
And that was a good break.
Yeah.
So I just was like, I think for like almost an hour I read Calvin and Hobbes.
That's good.
Nice.
Which I mean, I pretty much half that book at that point.
Oh, nice.
I mean, oh god, I could probably finish a Far Side book a lot quicker because those ones are like bam, 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 bam.
Mm.
But I don't know. From laughter, I probably would stop reading it pretty quicker. No offense to Kevin Hobbes. Kevin Hobbes hilarious. Far Side's way funnier.
Mm.
But what about you, Noelia? When did you get into it? Was it did Weese introduce you or did someone else?
Oh, my dad introduced me to it when I was a kid. I don't know if I was in 6th grade or what, but yeah, I got into Calvin and Hobbes and it was really cute. I was mostly into the horrific torture of snowmen.
Very artistic snowman torturing. Yeah.
Snowman torturing, yeah. Horrible
Which is,
deaths.
I think it's funny in this collection. I don't think there's that much snowman stuff in the best of collection I've got.
Yeah,
because that's the only one I have
That's
is the essential
crazy.
one.
Yeah, there's the essential. I have the essential, authoritative, and then something else. What was the other one? I can't remember. But they all have
The
this like a
undisputed.
weird, yeah, undisputed.
That makes
like words
sense.
like that was kind of funny.
These are probably more of the ones that make just more funny sense joke-wise than mindless torture of snowmen.
Yeah, it's definitely one-off jokes and a lot of good storylines because you have the babysitter one, you have the baby raccoon one in there as well.
Yeah.
Which classic depressing one that really teaches you about death.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, have you ever read that one?
I have not.
You will cry.
Aww.
It is so depressing.
Yeah.
Like it's really it really does teach the kind of like teaching a young kid about death and kind of how he processes it. And it's just really depressing and really sad, but at the same time, it's very charming. You know, it's got that Kevin Hobbes edge to it.
I think the one that like didn't mess me up, but it made me like sad is when he actually loses Hobbes. And like his mom.
I don't think I've read that one.
Yeah, there's one where it's like maybe like 3 or 4 pages where Calvin loses Hobbes, and his mom and dad are trying their best.
I think I
find
know which one you're
Hobbes.
talking about.
And
yeah.
it is so scary to think that Hobbes is actually gone.
Yeah.
They actually find him, but at the same time, it's one of those stories I remember. It's like
I feel like
as a
kid losing something and being like, "Where is it? Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Like freaking out.
Yeah, and then as an adult, even if I had a kid, like I would do everything I could, especially if it was like my kid's favorite toy that he takes with him everywhere, plays with it all the damn time. Like I would like try my best.
Like you do everything.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
to get so like that's a good one. Again, if we go back to like the Father's Day thing, it's like the parents I would like to have. That's exactly what I want.
Different show, but yes, we get it. Because this episode will be coming out before that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Also, for this episode, I for what it's worth, my little cocktail book has a bunch of different tiger drinks. Mm-hmm. I decided to go with the one that one sounded probably the best, and 2, I didn't have to buy a bunch of ingredients for because I'm not broke, but I don't need to be spending on stupid stuff right now.
Yeah.
I made tiger's blood on this episode for Calvin and Hobbes.
Ooh.
How appropriate.
Yeah, tiger's blood is 2 ounces of rum. I use dark rum personally because I feel like it gives that darker color to it, so it makes it look tougher. 1 ounce of grenadine, 1 ounce lime juice, filled to the end with lemon lime soda, but I did Mountain Dew because I feel like, I don't know, Mountain Dew feels like the Calvin and Hobbes drink.
Yeah.
Like it gets you hyped up.
I can imagine just Calvin just drinking Mountain Dew nonstop.
Right. Just or doing even social commentary on it. It's like, I love the taste of it. It makes me so hyper. Maybe it's not so good. Doing that turn to the camera, which I can't stand in some of those early ones where they do the turn face to reader of like, but this is what it is, guys.
Yeah.
I personally was like, oh man, Mr. Watterson, you just can't do this kind of joke. This isn't you. Like that's a definite Peanuts or Garfield style joke. This isn't you, Mr. Watterson.
I noticed too, when she was reading the Ascension, I was reading the Snow Goons one I have. At some point he changes styles.
He does. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say, Calvin definitely gets a different look.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell. You know, it's another thing I kind of noticed is that he's definitely a more artistic comic artist when you look at it.
Dude, yeah,
Like-
the parts where he turns into, like, the noir, the space, or even turned into a dinosaur.
Yeah, like any of those, like it's really impressive. Like when I think of like cartoons from like the comic strip, I kind of think of just like generic artists of like, you know, the Charles Schultz's, the
Yeah.
Garfields, never going anything extreme, but he definitely goes above and beyond in a lot of those like pieces. And I'm just like, you know what? I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
That's one of my, I think that's another thing too, is like, even with these, like, if you look at the water streams, they're not just like blue, like bubble spit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like an actual stream.
Yeah, you got like
Yeah,
the
he
whites
brushes-
and the blue, you know,
yeah.
it's a very realistic look to it.
Mhm.
So I have a couple questions.
Ooh, okay.
Because I was just like, you know, I gotta expand this episode beyond just us gushing about Calvin and
You
Hobbes.
know,
Because
fair.
fair enough, you know. Okay, Weese, are you familiar with the bootleg stuff of Calvin and Hobbes? You know, the Calvin peeing
Oh my
on
gosh,
stuff.
yes.
The decals on cars.
I-
and the Calvin praying.
When I remember seeing those all the time at Swap Meet,
Mhm,
everywhere on Swap Meet, and then I actually got the book in middle school, and I was like, oh, this is where it's from, like, because there's
I remember being in the same boat of like, oh, this is where it's from?
yeah, exactly. I thought that kid was just like a random kid somebody drew. It's like, no, this actually exists in a comic book.
How does that make you feel? Because it's definitely a very, you know, because I mean, most people who know Calvin Hobbes and Bill Watterson, he is very much the only thing I will sell are the comic strips in these book forms. I'm not selling Hobbes
Merch.
plushes or any
Yeah.
merch like that. Which one do you think is worse, the praying Calvin or the peeing Calvin?
Honestly, I think they're both bad in their own right. I never liked them as a kid, even before knowing Calvin and Hobbes. I didn't like them just because they look silly. Especially half the time was like he's peeing on Cowboys helmet or something like that, or peeing on something stupid.
All right, let's play a little game, Weese.
Okay.
I have a couple different images pulled up of Calvin peeing on. I'm going to give you 3 options. I'll do one you, one Noelia, and I'll just wait till you
Okay.
All right, so is Calvin peeing on liberals, conservatives, or voters?
Liberals?
It's gotta be.
He
gotta be
is
liberals.
peeing on liberals.
There you go.
Just the word liberals.
Just the word liberals.
Alrighty, Noelia.
Mm-hmm.
Is Calvin peeing on CNN, Fox News, or MSNBC?
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
CNN, Fox News, or MSNBC?
I feel like this is more of a conservative thing, so there's no way it can be Fox News. I'm gonna say MSNBC.
That is incorrect. He is
Oh,
peeing
no.
on Fox News.
Oh.
Yes. Oh.
That's okay. That's like the other side then.
Alrighty, Weese. No, that one's too obvious. COVID-19. He's of course peeing on COVID-19. No one
Yeah.
likes COVID. Is Calvin peeing on my wife, my ex, or my girlfriend?
See what I'm talking about? See how wrong that sounds? A child peeing
Is
on
a
either of those?
child named Calvin peeing on my ex, my wife, or my girlfriend?
My ex.
That is correct. Calvin is peeing on my ex.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Is Calvin peeing on Bill Watterson's artistic legacy? Yes, he is.
Oh my gosh.
That one's actually pretty funny. That one I would actually get. All right, Noelia. Is Calvin peeing on Chevy, Nissan, or Ford?
Ooh.
Chevy, Nissan, or Ford?
Oh, it's between Chevy and Ford.
Think about it, hon.
Well, Ford is pretty bad, but also
no,
I hate Chevy.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say Chevy.
Incorrect, Ford.
Oh, see, I thought it was
Okay.
Nissan because aren't Chevy and Ford American made?
That one I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought Ford was American.
And Nissan is not.
Okay. Oh yeah, you said that. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's also peeing on my second ex-wife for what it's worth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Is Calvin peeing in a toilet, Yes, he is.
And
then he's washing his hands.
That one makes sense.
That's great.
That one's good.
I love the addition of the hand washing.
I remember watching. I can't remember what it was called. It's a comedy movie with Adam Sandberg, where he wants to be as like a stuntman. I can't remember what it's called.
Hot Rod. Yeah. Oh, that's a funny one.
Where one of the like the characters is like he has like a tattoo, decal on his car, and it's Calvin peeing on both TV and radio. And it's just, and everybody's like, why is he peeing twice? He's like, I don't know, I just thought it was very artistic or something like that. It was just like, oh no, that's so dumb.
Well, Weese, we got one more round.
Oh no.
Is Calvin peeing on God, Jesus, or Satan?
I hope it's Satan.
He is peeing on Satan. And he's got a little halo, so he's dead.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Nothing funny about a child dying.
Unless.
Here I am laughing.
Alrighty, Noelia. Final question. Is Calvin peeing on President Biden, President Obama, or President Trump?
Oh, man.
No, that's gotta be obvious.
All three of them. No,
I bet I could find all three. I bet I could.
Oh, I'm sure. Let's just say Trump for now.
You are correct. He's peeing in an open-mouthed Trump.
Ew.
Whoa,
Very disgusting.
I hate these.
The thought of it.
Much.
Yeah, I never understood them personally because that's not very Calvin. Calvin doesn't pee on things.
Well, then it's like also like I've known people who've had that stuff on their decals, at least like family.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Oh, I thought you were
what?
going to say have peed in their mouth.
No.
Also, I'm looking at the Calvin praying. He looks like a Peanuts character.
Yeah, I've seen a better one of that.
I've seen them better as well, but like every single one I've seen so far looks like a Peanuts character. Because this is, I feel like that's the one that you usually see.
One, yeah.
But he looks like a Peanuts character though.
He kind of does, yeah.
I could believe a Peanuts character praying. I'm trying to find one where he's not praying to a god.
Yeah, yay, copyright.
I'm sorry, I found the best one. Please forgive me for peeing on everyone.
Okay,
I would get that. I would get that and put it on a vehicle.
That's good.
But
It
yeah,
does look like a Peanuts character.
right. Yeah. So yeah, but you would definitely say that the peeing Calvin is worse.
Yeah, I would say.
Because I feel like that's less Calvin. Because I mean, even you have said that Calvin does pray in a comic.
He does.
And I mean, I wouldn't say he's like he's a very religious. Because he even jokes, "Oh, I will become a freaking atheist," you know?
Yeah, he's like every kid.
Yeah.
Growing up who have a little bit of like Christian or Catholic upbringing, they pray for things they want.
Yeah. Instead of being like, you pray for others, not for yourself.
Yeah.
That's the thing that you're supposed to be doing. But, you know, as a kid, you're just thinking, oh, I'm going to pray for myself. This is like, even though you know you're supposed to end up like, and God bless mom and dad, you know, at the end of night praying.
Lord, please help me find the TV remote. That's literally what I heard growing up. It was just me doing that. Or help me beat this level.
My goodness.
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I feel like the
close.
first time I prayed like heavily was when I was like, this is going to sound really bad, but it was when I had my first kidney stone and I was suffering through the pain, but I was on the toilet pooping. So I was like, please God, make the poop go. Like it's funny and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
That is.
I definitely know how to.
And
how
also
that
made me
feels.
lose my faith.
Oh.
Having a kidney stone made me lose my faith. Going through the story of Job's life brought it back.
Yes. Thank you, Job.
Thank you, Job, for having suffered so I can learn from your mistakes. Oh no, this episode's gonna get ruined again because we talked about God.
No, that's fine.
God is good. God is great. It's because that's what the Batman episode. Remember how we said God is good. God is good.
Oh no!
And I was just like, oh no,
It
God
got
does not want this to
ruined.
happen. Like he would literally went no. He did the Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
No. But we are faithful to you, please.
I'm reading one right now where he's using a Ouija board. Actually,
Oh really?
I don't remember
Really?
that one.
I don't remember that one either. You'll have to let me read that one after you.
Yeah, he's asking him to be if it knows if he's gonna be president.
Ah.
It says GODFORBID.
God forbid. God forbid. So, we've kind of talked about some. Do you have any other favorites, Weese? Like, do you have like a kind of a particular fondness for like Spaceman Spiff or anything like that?
I think one of my favorite characters...
I know that definitely is a Noelia one, I could tell.
Yeah, I think one of my favorites, like his little character imaginations, it's a noir one.
Yeah.
Because that's honestly what got me into reading into noir, like Kane and Maltese Falcon.
Yeah.
And then watching noir films in
See,
like
it
high
blows
school.
me away that you read Maltese Falcon before seeing it. Because I was I feel like that's like the complete opposite for everyone, you know? Because I watched Maltese Falcon in film class and I was like, oh my god, this is my absolute favorite movie now. I need to read the book.
Yeah, was it
Weese
high
is
school?
cool.
Yeah,
I
I
just
ended up
realized
reading
it.
a bunch of noir stuff because I wanted to write my own noir.
Nice.
I kind of did. It's in limbo. I would say. Don't know if it's good. I haven't gone back and read it in like years.
Well, now I need to read and watch Maltese Falcon, I guess.
Fantastic.
It's good. It's one of my favorites.
I was supposed to, if it can keep a teenager entertained, I feel like that's something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like senior in high school entertained.
But yeah, after learning what noir was, and then as a teenager watching like Sin City and all that stuff, was like I actually started getting into it
Nice.
because of only because of Calvin. Because I was like, what kind of
Yeah,
stuff
what's
is this?
going on with this?
Yeah,
You know, it's
Private Eye.
Because he's definitely was inspired by like a lot of those old school films and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, and a lot of old school like because Spaceman Spiff is just what's it called is like a Buck Rogers kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
for sure. You know, you got that. You have your noir mysteries. Definitely the sci-fi monsters. Whenever he draws the teacher, the Mrs. Oh my god, what's her face is like the freaking tentacle monster.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Well, so Spaceman Spiff.
Yeah, I love Spaceman Spiff.
What is it?
You don't know Spaceman Spiff?
No, you tell me.
Oh,
I'm egging you on so you can talk
oh,
to
okay.
He's
so I
like,
can talk
hey,
about
I'm
it.
gonna fight you. Come on.
That's sweet. I don't know. I think because I was so young back then, I just liked, especially the color comics, just how bright and
They're very vibrant.
crazy the backgrounds were, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for sure. I mean, I feel like one of the things that I really can admire with Bill Watterson is like he liked to go out of the panel and do other things. You know, kind of he complained so much about like how restrictive the comic page was becoming because like the comic strip, like the Sunday newspaper strip, used to be like so much bigger. And like I don't know if you've read a comic strip like in the newspaper at all recently, but they're so small, like they're so condensed and like. It feels so mismanaged now. It feels so depressing. And like when you look at like all these different like Calvin and Hobbes comics, you're like, these are big. These are like, you know, vibrant when we get to the colorful ones, you know, the Sunday strip ones.
Yeah.
But then like you go to read them now and you're just like, oh, this is a bastardization of the art. Like this is just effed up in my opinion.
Yeah.
They done goofed up. All right.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
go ahead.
I just found Hobbes wearing Mickey Mouse pants.
Oh, I love that one.
And they say
He's trying to be cool.
Yeah.
He tries wearing the sombrero and is like, is this cool? It's like, no one wearing a sombrero is cool, Hobbes.
They actually call it Mickey Mouse pants.
Yeah, he does say Mickey Mouse pants.
That's
yeah.
funny.
All right, so this is a good question for you guys. If you could make a cast for Calvin and Hobbes, either movie, cartoon, or whatever, who would you choose for everyone? Also, it can be from any timeline. It can be back in the 90s when it first came out. It could be to the 2000s where there's better child actors.
It's gotta be Macaulay Culkin.
I was thinking the same thing. Like
Yeah.
little Macaulay Culkin,
It's gotta
like
be.
like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles era Macaulay Culkin.
He
Or
has
first
that
Home Alone.
face. Yeah.
Like
And the
he gets
mischievousness.
that. He has like the attitude of Calvin.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't know why, but I always thought Hobbes was older.
Yeah.
Like when I would read, like, you know, the inside voice you put down when you're reading stuff, I always put his voice like a lower range because I thought Hobbes was older for some
I
reason.
always thought he was too. I thought he was like a grown man. Like, is it weird to say it's like it's a grown man hanging out with a kid? What's wrong with that? No.
like I don't know. I wouldn't say like grown man. He's just like he's a tiger. So it's like he's older, kind of.
I always
So,
kind of
don't know.
I thought he always had kind of a voice like this. Hey, Calvin, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have to like give me a
Like
second.
it's kind of goofy yet not that goofy. He can definitely do like a serious like whoa buddy.
Yeah,
No. Like
yeah.
he's got the dry personality yet a very kind of sneaky kind of like I can be kind of funny. I can be kind of silly, but
Yeah.
whoa.
So
I mean, he's
yeah,
the straight man voice if anything.
straight man voice. There you go. That's a good.
But I wouldn't necessarily be able to say an actor I would want. Adam Sandler, no.
Adam Sandler, no.
Please
not
Come
Adam
on,
Sandler.
Calvin, let's go on adventures.
That was a good. Macaulay Culkin is really good though.
That's what,
That's a
like
good
I
one.
can't
the
think of
answer.
anyone else. Though if we were gonna do it more modern, that little boy from Wonder, I always forget his name. He's been in like so many things. Give me 1 second.
Still thinking of Hobbes.
Have you seen Wonder, honey?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Jacob-
have no idea either.
Oh, it's the one with the little boy with the deformed face, but it's like really heartwarming.
Oh, a facial difference.
The
Interesting.
Mask?
No, not like The Mask, but different.
Okay. That's all the
It's
one I
the
know.
kid who played Luca in Luca.
Oh.
Yeah. Like he's done a bunch of different things, so like he's kind of been all over the place.
He's got a good voice.
He does. I feel like he could be a good modern Calvin
I think that would be a good one,
if we
especially
were
the
going with
voice.
the modern, because like he's I mean honestly very talented. He also played the modern Flounder in The Little Mermaid apparently.
You know what? I want Hobbes. No. I want Dad to be played by Jeff Goldblum.
You know I could see it.
Yeah, but
I
90s.
I feel like no, like he's got to be played by like Steve Buscemi or something. Like he's got to be dorky, you know. I feel like he's got to be kind of dorky and not like hot. Like he could be hot dorky, but he can't be hot like Jeff Goldblum.
You know, how about older Jeff? No, either way.
No, Jeff Goldblum.
So
Jeff
good.
Goldblum is hot. Wait, you know who could play Hobbes? Oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? Cut it out, Uncle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, not Uncle Jesse, but
I know who you're talking about.
Dave Coulier.
There you go.
Dave Coulier could play Hobbes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good voice actually when I think
Yeah.
about it too.
Yeah, I was about to say he can do voices and stuff. Like, I mean, he played Bill Murray in what's it called and stuff.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. There we go.
And then Mom.
But no, Dad has to be someone different.
Oh, we're still on Dad. Okay.
We're still on Dad. No, Dad. I still think what's it called Steve Buscemi back in the '90s. Steve Buscemi, not now. Steve Buscemi, but like when he was like kind of like when he played what's her face's dad from Pete and Pete, like almost
Oh, you know what? That's true.
I'm thinking Tom Hanks, honestly. Kind of looks
too
it.
charming.
Ooh.
Too charming, I think.
I
He
don't
kind of looks
Charming.
like him though.
What about Osmosis Jones?
Wait, what?
Chris Rock?
Oh, wrong one.
You're thinking of Bill Murray.
Talking about-
Yeah.
Bill
My bad.
Murray,
You know what? '90s Bill Murray.
I don't know.
Yeah, he might. He's got kind of the dry humor though down, because you kind of have to, because Dad is dry. Dad is super dry, and Bill Murray can do dry.
Okay.
Like that's where I could argue. I don't think he could be geeky Dad though, because Dad's kind of a geek. He's kind of a square. You need someone who can play a square well.
Like Will Ferrell.
No, Will Ferrell's not.
definitely
No,
not Will Ferrell.
I mean Will Ferrell can play square, but he's not right.
Yeah.
He's not right for it. Though he could play a good square though, because he did play Bob Oblong in The Oblongs.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, he could maybe do the voice, but I don't think he could do a live action version.
Mm.
Gosh, who could play him?
At this point, let's just broaden
Jerry
our range.
Seinfeld. No.
Oh god, no.
What do you mean, Calvin? Whoa.
I'm so tired of you, Calvin.
What about like Jason Sudeikis?
Sudeikis?
Yeah.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I feel like Jason Sudeikis or like Bill Burr, like a more modern like comedian could be a good like dad, I feel like.
I think, Jason Sudeikis. What's
Okay,
his name?
I was gonna say Steve Zahn, but I'm like, no, I'm just thinking Diary of a Wimpy Kid again.
Arrested Development. I can't remember his name right
Oh,
now.
oh god, I know who you're the main guy, right? Jason Bateman.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, oh yeah, Bateman. And then
There
Michael
you go.
Cera could be Calvin when he was little.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, not hyper enough.
I can see Michael Cera as the voice of Hobbes, though.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
yeah.
Michael
Hobbes.
Cera could do a Hobbes, I think.
Yeah.
Because like,
Two dorky people.
He's not, like, super, like, low tone, but it's still good
yeah,
enough.
it's fun yet different.
Yeah.
and he does a good voice for all stuff.
Yeah, he does.
What about, I know Mom is kind of like,
Mom is hard.
because I hate to say it, she doesn't
kinda
have too
bland.
much. She's kind of milquetoast.
Well, no, I would say she has a fire.
Yeah.
She does. She does
She
have fire.
will, like, go off on her
How about like a Sally Field or something? Someone who you know can act and is like, what are you doing in this? You're way too
Definitely not
good. But then you see her and you're like, oh, she's really good.
Definitely not like. Oh, you know what's I can't remember her name. Maya Rudolph.
You know what? Yeah.
Because she could be a very loving mother, but she can also dish out like
She's played so many
attitude.
moms.
She's good at it.
She is really good at it. Like, and then she played aunt. She plays aunts and moms really well.
Yeah, there you go.
Because she was the aunt in Big Hero 6, right?
Oh.
Was she?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was. Here, give me a sec. I'll, as Mr. Technology Man, I have everything up on here. Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, like right here. She's just look at that angry face.
Yep.
Like she's using her mom.
You know,
voice.
Maya Rudolph kind of looks like a half black version of her.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. She plays Cass in Big Hero 6. And Cass.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't put that together. I never put that together.
I never did either, really, until like I looked at the casting.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, and then I can't really think of, like, I hate to say it, Susie's kind of difficult because, like, I don't know little girl actors that well. I guess if anything, you just have to cast like a grown woman to voice her. I feel like, and just have someone good for it, you know? Because like I feel like Susie is very. She's like, she definitely beats Calvin in like the, you know, like kind of like snarkiness of it all. And she's definitely smarter than him. But at the same time, I feel like you can't, like, it's hard to cast a little girl that perfect. Because, like,
I think one of the
she's written as a grown woman. I hate to say it. She's written as a grown woman.
She's smarter, yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
She's more mature.
Yeah.
That's how real life is, kind of.
Right.
Women mature a bit better than boys.
Yeah, it could be like the Captain Underpants movie where, you know, the kids are played by grown-up adults.
Oh, there you go.
And they don't change their voices really at all.
Don't remind me of that. I feel bad. I feel like they could have gotten...
No, I like that they didn't change their voices at all.
Really?
I think it worked. Did
Is
you
it
ever
funny?
see? Did you ever
watched it, yeah.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved that what they did.
It was good. I just, like... This is, like, tangent of what we're saying, but I'm just tired of
Kevin Hart?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I'm tired of Kevin Hart doing the same dang voice.
Yeah.
Or same range in general.
That's his only range.
Exactly what I'm saying. It's like...
You just did your Kevin Hart impression?
Eh.
He just goes his best Kevin Hart. What about Mo the bully? Is it Mo?
Yeah, I think it's Mo. I just saw him right now.
Mo could be played by like a Jonah Hill.
No, I don't think so. No, because all I'm hearing is like the Green Lantern Lego Jonah Hill.
Oh, you just think of that one, yeah.
or the what's it called?
Oh wait, you know who could do it? Eugene Merman. You know the guy who plays Gene from Bob's Burgers. Just make him be kind of mean and slow. I feel like it would be funny.
You know what? That would actually be pretty good.
I feel like that'd be a good casting for him. Just like,
or even just make what's his name? Bob.
H. John Benjamin.
Yeah, just make him the bully. Because I just imagine.
Just make H. John Benjamin all the characters.
I just imagine being
H. John Benjamin could be Hobbes.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
I think that would be the best option.
Yeah,
like
Bob's Burgers, Bob, the main guy.
I feel that would be a good Hobbes, honestly. Like he's like he can play juvenile with that range, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, he can do other voices than that. I mean, he does these like other people. He does do other things. Alrighty, so we've kind of casted our movie. I feel like.
Yeah.
I guess those are all the questions I had. I thought I had more, honestly, but I guess it's time for me to make some admittance time. Something to admit. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big fan of Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh.
It's definitely like it's not.
Says the person who read it for a solid hour.
I needed any kind of entertainment, and that was what I needed to do anyways. And I was glad I did it.
It was your homework.
It was homework, but it was good homework. Teacher assigned good homework.
Yay.
But it's maybe in like my top 15 of favorite comic strips. Mm-hmm. I definitely like I would rather read Peanuts, Zits, Foxtrot,
oh my gosh,
Baby
Zits.
Blues, Far Side, you know, other things like that. Like Calvin Hobbes, I think is really fun, really creative, and I can really appreciate what Bill Watterson has done for the medium and how I was about to say as a person who is like so anti, hey, how about we don't sell out to all this stuff, you know, just to make a buck.
Garfield.
You know, looking at Garfield, looking at every comic strip that has a TV special, you know. Like, as much as I enjoy the Peanuts, once you get to the point where they're having an Arbor Day special, I'm kind of like, what the fuck's up here? You know, I can appreciate Bill Watterson of being a very firm, fuck you capitalism.
Dude, I remember, like, not to cut you off, but I remember just watching the Peanut special where, like, one of the kids had cancer. Yeah, no, like legit, it was like a new girl. I'm pretty sure, and like she.
Oh, a new girl
And
because
he
they
was
didn't
like
want to kill
confused
off
why
any of
she
the
wasn't
cast.
coming outside, but it was because she was sick. I'm pretty sure that exists. I remember watching it.
Did they make it a new girl so she could disappear conveniently at the end?
I would think so.
Did she die?
I honestly think she did, but that's just me. Like, I'm pretty sure it exists.
I'm looking at it. I think it's called Why Charlie Brown Why.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
It was nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah,
It must be good. Must be good.
So yeah, penis have been out there lately.
Yeah, I mean that was back in the 90s right there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can very much appreciate him for not selling out. Like, I'm mainly looking at Garfield here, agreeing with Weese on that one. Even though I think I like Garfield's what's called the animated series Garfield and Friends. I love that show.
Yeah.
Everything after that, I'm just like, okay, yeah, no, thank you, no more Garfield, please.
I think the closest thing we got to almost Calvin and Hobbes is Bobby's World.
Dude, I was literally thinking, like, when I read Calvin and Hobbes, I hear Bobby from Bobby's World's voice. Because he's supposed to be 6, you know? He's supposed to be a little kid.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bobby's World is literally probably the closest thing, except not as creative.
Yeah.
Or not creative. It's not as... No, it's as creative, I would say. It's just not as smart.
Yeah.
That's the word I would use. Yeah. You don't know what we're talking about at all with Bobby's World, do you?
No.
It's this random Fox animated cartoon where Howie Mandel, you know that one? It was his creation, where he played the little boy and played the dad, and he did his little boy voice stuff like, "Hey,
it was like a squeaky.
Hey, how's it going? I don't want to do that." Fucking Howie Mandel. Germaphobe Howie Mandel. That's why he gives fist bumps. Yeah. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, he's a germaphobe.
Yeah, he's a germaphobe.
I was like, wait. And then I was like, oh yeah, Howie Mandel had hair at some point.
Yeah, he looked like the dad from Bobby's World.
Exactly.
At one point.
That's what I was like. My brain was going through all the characters, and then like the uncle that was there too.
Yeah, he looks like John Candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Who for the longest time I thought was John Candy.
Oh no. But that's funny.
Sorry, I got a drinking problem. Spilled it all over myself. And now I'm gonna smell like alcohol. Great. I'm jobless. Who wants to hire me?
No, you better quit.
Help me. Help me on. Help me run. But yeah, no, I find that for me though, kind of back on track of why I'm not the biggest fan of it is I kind of find Calvin to be a little obnoxious. I find some of his antics to be like, I mean, he's 6, okay? I get it. He's supposed to be immature. He's supposed to be kind of obnoxious, kind of annoying. But a lot of those early area ones, I'm just like, bruh, this ain't working for me. Though one of my favorite early ones is when he literally climbs out his window, walks a couple blocks, and calls his parents at a payphone and is like, "Hey, Dad, do you know where I am?" That shit made me laugh. Literally, I laughed out loud. I was like, that is fucking funny. Like, there's antics like that where I'm just like, okay, this is creative. This is funny. But then I have ones where I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, you just don't want to eat the food again. You're just being a 6-year-old.
You're just being a 6-year-old. Fair enough.
It's fair enough,
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, eh. It's kind of like me not being the biggest fan of like cutesy kid, like kids being like the cutesy kid kind of trope of like, I don't want to eat the veggies, Mom.
Yeah.
And I feel like Bill Watterson was really trying to be like, I gotta write a fucking strip because if I don't, I'm not gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
There
like,
probably are some.
There's a lot of those ones, but then you have ones where he's actually going through storylines, and you're just like, shit, this man knows what he's fucking doing. But then when he does like just one-off random ones, you're just like, eh.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he can write really good stuff, but then there's just ones where he's trying too hard to kind of fit that status quo.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of those ones, they tend to come around a lot because I feel like those are the easier ones to write. And you can tell he wrote those because he needed something. But those are also ones I can't stand.
Fair enough.
That's what I was like. He can definitely be making a pandering joke. But at the same time, I definitely applaud the man for making some great like, honestly, like, doing a storyline about a kid pretty much learning about death for, you know, people to read in a newspaper and it being actually really heartbreaking and really sad and actually, you know, being able to make a emotional connection with Calvin on this. Like, bravo to him on that. But then you got ones where he's just like, Mo, you're street smart, not smart. See, he knows where I live.
for him.
I can applaud Bill Watterson for so much, but then there's just stuff like that. I'm just like, Weese, would you say you're a fan of Bones?
Hell yeah.
Did you know that Bones wouldn't have been made without Calvin and Hobbes?
Really?
Bill Watterson did a kind of like, he used to do like a lot of talk, like TED Talks or talks, or, it's a big hall kind of things.
Yeah.
And the creator of Bones was at one of them. And he was been trying to sell Bones for like ever. Because, people, like a lot of the editors were like, these characters, it should be only about the bones. And they should have thought bubbles and not actually talk. Because Garfield, stuff like that. And like he was getting really hurt and like was about to quit and not want to do it anymore until he went to one of those talks.
Wow.
And Bill Watterson actually kind of inspired him to independently to put out Bones. And there you go. Bones wouldn't have been around without Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, that's like one of my tops too.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did my research.
What about you?
About Bones?
No, about Calvin and Hobbes.
What about it?
Do you want to say anything?
About Calvin and Hobbes?
Because we're kind of at the end of the episode. Kind of any final thoughts?
Definitely read it. If you're, bored or something, I highly recommend.
It's a great like kill an afternoon kind of read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really like that art style too. It's very stylized. Like he's got a very specific way of drawing Calvin's hair. I appreciate it artistically.
For sure.
Yeah.
He definitely has a definite style and it definitely works. And it's honestly like fantastic. Like I feel like you can look at this and be like, you look at this and compare it to Garfield, you're just like, oh, this is just, you look at Garfield and you're just like, yep, fat cat in his bed. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But then you see like how many action poses and so much other stuff. Like there's never a repeat in any, like each panel is unique and different. You can't say that about a lot of other comic strips. Like I feel like there's a lot of them where they'll, cheap out and do the,
everyone's just stock still.
Yeah, but like that's never been in Calvin Hobbes as far as I know.
Yeah,
he has a lot of action.
Movable.
Yeah.
Movable. Very action, yes.
Very animated.
Animated, thank you.
There we go.
COMIC, that spells moon.
That spells... I thought it spelled something totally different.
What'd you think I spelled?
Nothing.
Cunt?
I'm going to talk about how much I love Calvin and Hobbes now.
All right, final thoughts, please. Final thoughts on Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes, I own a lot of books of Calvin and Hobbes, all different ones pertaining to a different like storyline. I guess.
Yeah.
What was one of them? The Snow Goons one, the Visitor from Mars, the Babysitter. I can't remember the names of them. I just remember what the
storylines are.
Yeah, and then one's what came from under the bed or what is under the bed.
Yeah.
So everything, I have all of them, and I love each and every one of them. I read Calvin and Hobbes, or I got Calvin and Hobbes in middle school.
Deranged Mutant Killer Monster Snow Goons.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the titles are really good. Honestly, they're just crazy. But I ended up finding Calvin and Hobbes in like middle school. And it was my biggest escape, just because at the time I just got done with cancer once, and then again twice, my second time in middle school.
And 3 times you're out at the old game.
And it was one of those comics that just let me escape, and it made me laugh in like smart ways.
Yeah,
it
made you feel good.
It made me feel good, and plus like I would give this to my mom or anybody else, and they'd be like, cool. Like, but I'm over here like, this is a smart joke. Do you not understand the joke?
Yeah. It's the classic mom being like, that's nice, honey.
Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes is like the ultimate that's nice, honey comic.
Yeah. Honey.
What?
Is that nice? Just shrug.
No,
but
she enjoys it. There you go. I mean, I won't lie. I went out of my way whenever I found one that I knew Sam would like. I would make sure to show her, and she's like, "Yeah, I do like this." Because me and Sam kind of share that same opinion of like we're not the biggest fan of Calvin and Hobbes, but I can kind of define why, but at the same time, I can't.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, there's so much going for it that's really good, but at the same time, I'm just like, maybe I didn't catch it at the right age.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, you know, was another thing. I do remember a lot of, like, the kids I didn't like in middle school were reading Calvin and Hobbes. I'm just like, I don't want to read that book. I don't want to be like those guys. Those guys are mean. Those guys are the douchebags. That's the douchebag comic. That's why I didn't like Calvin and Hobbes. You're a douchebag. No.
Yeah, but no, it's beautiful art, very funny jokes, and
no, it just turns out they had good taste.
I had good taste.
Yeah, it turns out douchebags can have good taste. Go figure, right?
There's so many things I did in middle school that revolved around Calvin and Hobbes. I remember doing a final for my history class in 8th grade. Or 7th grade. I don't remember which one. But I drew out the judicial system with Calvin and me drawn as a Calvin character, in this style.
Nice.
And my friends were like, "How did you do that? How did you?" I had to remember back in the day when they had projectors and you had to have
you put stuff through the clear projector.
I had to do all of that to
Beautiful.
to do this, and so I had to ink everything, and it was fun. So.
Look at that. Weese kicking ass even at a young age.
Yeah,
when I was that age, I was just drawing stupid stuff like butts. Butts and dicks.
No.
Boats and hoes.
You're that guy. You're super bad.
I was not drawing very detailed dicks.
Yeah.
No.
But it has a very special place in my heart. It still does.
Very nice.
When I open one from time to time, it makes me chuckle.
Good stuff.
Gotta love it.
I actually do have 2 more questions that I forgot to write down.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So, if, let's say, Bill Watterson, he's on his deathbed, he's like, I want to leave money for my family because I love them. I will allow one piece of merch to be released. What will that merch be, Weese? You get to decide.
Yo, an actual Hobbes plush.
Classic.
Yeah, honestly, I think that would be like the go-to is like an actual Hobbes plus.
Fair enough.
Because that way it's like everybody can understand what it is or
Yeah.
what it feels like.
Released only 100 are made. Buy them while you can, and they all get bought out by like bots and
Scalpers,
stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord,
Bots
no.
and scalpers.
Oh god.
No, he actually is like so cool. He'll just release it to he'd be like, just sign your email here, and bam, you get one for free.
That would be
I feel
so
like that's
nice.
what Bill Watterson would do.
Yeah, I wouldn't want. I don't think I'd want like a statue or anything like that. I think the plush would be actually really good, really cute.
And now the opposite. What would you? Bill Watterson's dead. Bill Watterson's dead, and his family have the rights to Calvin Hobbes, and his greedy daughter, Slut Telda. I don't know what to name her. I'm drunk. I can't think of a good name. Betty. There you go. Her name is Betty. Betty Badnick Watterson.
There you go.
Has the rights to Calvin Hobbes and is like, I want to make money off of my dad's legacy. What would be the one thing you would not want to see?
Oh my gosh, more Calvin peeing decals.
Oh.
Official merch this time.
No, you know what?
decals.
You know what would be worse? The freaking what were the damn JPEG worth Bitcoin?
Oh, NFTs?
NFTs.
Oh.
That would be the freaking worst.
And NFT of Calvin peeing on stuff, and it's just the NFT part is just whatever he's peeing
that
on.
Would be the worst.
He's peeing on Bored Apes Yacht Club or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Just oh man, that would be the worst. Just NFTs.
I think Weese won that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine like a young person like, yeah, let's make Calvin Hobbes NFTs.
NFT baby. I'm surprised Garfield didn't have NFTs.
You know what? That's true.
I'm surprised. Like I mean, as far as I know, I couldn't think. I mean, there was probably Dilbert NFTs because I mean, I feel like that guy would be that much of a grifter.
Dilbert
Joke stealing Scott
Really?
Adams. He stole jokes.
Aww.
It is confirmed. He stole jokes. I don't
Darn.
feel bad for him. He's not a good person.
I don't know. I liked Dilbert.
Oh, Scott Adams isn't good.
Good to know.
He's brain rot, like right wing.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's
well, I know who
red pilled, if we would.
Well, I know who Calvin's peeing on.
Yeah, I know who Calvin's peeing on next. Scott Adams' bald head. I just don't know if he's bald. I feel like he'd be bald. I don't know why.
I think he'd be bald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
I mean, I
would
won't
know.
lie. I did like I love the Dilbert show. That's actually one of my favorite anime
I
series.
never watched it.
Pretty funny. Pretty funny. Aired on UPN of all stations.
Yeah, no.
The black station, if you would.
Really?
Did you know UPN was black?
No.
Yeah. It,
I watched
I've
it as a
never
kid.
heard
I
of
never
UPN.
exactly.
noticed-
You're black. You get it.
Like, ah, shit. You know what? It's fair.
We all wish we were black. Ain't that right, Mark?
Yeah, Mark from accounting.
Mark, my buddy from my one black friend from middle school.
Oh,
Because he was
okay.
like the one black kid.
Oh my gosh. The J.R. Tolkien?
Yeah, he was Tolkien.
Yeah, he was Tolkien.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week on Weese's special birthday episode. I'd like to give a shout out to our patrons at patreon.com/Drunken Book Club, Trey and Weese. If you'd like to join us, it's only $1 a month. You get bonus episodes every week. You get my weekly weekly pairing lineups where I create a lineup of TV shows to pair with these. I'm going to pair episodes of TV of my favorite comic strip TV shows. Ooh. So there's going to be a Garfield one, Baby Blues, Dilbert, and maybe I'll throw in a Peanut special while I'm at it.
Hey.
All right.
You know, kind of throw out some of my favorites to pair with this one because there's no Calvin and Hobbes
Anything.
TV. I mean, there's that really dumb Robot Chicken sketch.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
I can't stand that.
Yeah, no.
I hate whenever they're like, Calvin's just clinically insane.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's just
A 6-year-old
he's a 6-year-old with an imagination.
and ADHD.
I also really hate whenever people draw him as an adult and like
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like Hobbs is just staring at him like in the corner. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I hate whenever they do that. Though the one where he gave it to his daughter, that's a cute one. That's a cute one.
Yeah.
But I digress on that. And make sure to follow us, everyone else on our link tree down below. Weest, what's a song that goes with Calvin and Hobbes?
Bobby's World Theme. I'm just kidding.
You heard it from the man, Bobby's World Theme. I can't even think of how that goes.
I don't either. Since nothing exists for Calvin and Hobbes.
There's probably a band. Oh, you know what's funny? They mention a band in the books because Calvin buys I'm doing my Jeff Goldblum.
A record?
A record, thank you. And it's like, what I actually had to type it in and find out if someone actually took this like as a band name because I thought it was so perfect for a gross band name, like a punk band name.
Uh-huh.
And there's a French band who took it. Scrambled Debutantes. The Scrambled Debutantes.
What?
Like, I thought that was a great name for a band, and there is a French band called Les Scrambled Debutantes. Don't bother listening to them. This is some of the worst music I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie.
We're not gonna put it here.
I am not putting it here. And there's probably a band who wrote a song about Calvin and Hobbes or Spaceman Spiff. I'll just put something like that
Yeah,
on.
we'll figure it out.
There's literally, I'm gonna type in Spaceman Spiff right now.
You know, yeah, let's just look
I'm gonna do it right now. Here we go. Spaceman Spiff. Spliff. There is an artist called Spaceman Spiff. Spliff.
Is he
Spiff.
good though?
I don't know. There's also someone did make a playlist for Spaceman Spiff.
Oh.
Always where I need to be.
Okay.
I don't know why I don't know where we're going with this one. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. And
There's a song called Calvin and Hobbes by J.J. Heller.
there we go. We said it out
I don't
loud.
know. We'll see.
Tiger friend has got this head and I have packed a snack. We all set for a trip ahead, we're never coming back. Abandoning this life, we'll have so long, mom and pop. We're sick of doing what you've said and now it's going to stop. We're going where it snows so dear, where life can have free meaning. A place where we don't have to hear.
You can send some cleaning.
Yukon is the place for us, that's where I want to live. Up there we go to Yanakas, an actual primitive. Forced into submission, but monsters can be teachers who'll make us an addition. We never have to keep a play of French groups and ghouls. Messily we investigate, you ain't for we choose. No more of parental rules, we're heading for some snow. Good riddance to those chronicles, believe in you can know. Timber Wolf, we'd be a friend, we stable and howl. At the moon to but not that before we all too proud. One land we cannot wait to be an active land.